So hey nerds, this is Suman and this is the fifth video of our calculus series, and in this video we are going to solve another integral problem, that is integration of sine of x into into sine of 2x dx. So you can actually manipulate the variables. You can write 3x 4x here, 4x 5x. You can just do by your own self. So if you learn this stuff here, then you can actually solve for many of the variable thing, that is 3x and sine 4x, and you can actually change the number depending on your choice. So this would be our format. And if you look at this equation is actually showing us something very much interesting, that is sine A into into sine of B type formula. So when we get the sine A into sine of B type of formula, we get in terms of cosine. So we have to just manipulate some terms here. So we have cosine A plus B. So this is going to be cos A cos B minus of sine A sine B. So this would be our first relationship. And another is cosine of A minus B. So this is cosine A cosine of B, and the minus will going to be plus here. It's a trick just to memorize. Sine of A sine of B. So now we want sine A that is multiplied with sine B. So how we can make that format, right? So if we subtract this whole term, with here, so what do we get? We get cosine A plus B minus cosine A minus B, right? And that is going to be, so if you subtract with this here, these two term will cancel out and you will get minus times minus. When you add minus and minus, you will get plus, but the sign again become minus. So it is minus 2 sine A into sine of B, right? 2 sine A into sine of B. So we want sine A and sine B, so we have to divide the both equation by minus 1 by 2 cosine of A plus B minus cosine of A minus B, and this is going to be sine A sine A sine B. So in terms of our angle A, we have x, and in terms of our angle B, we have 2x. So just to make sure with the sign convention, let us just do 1 over 2, right? And this is going to be cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So these two things are similar, that they are equivalent. So in terms of, so this would be equal to this. So in terms of this format, this looking format, we can substitute this term, and we just get the cosine term and cosine term, and it would be easier for us to integrate. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to write, or I can written as integral, and in terms of here we can write 1 over 2 cosine of, so in terms of A we have x, and in terms of B we have 2x, and it is going to be x minus 2x, and with minus sign, cosine of x plus 2x, and it would be our dx with this respect to x, or I would be 1 over 2, right? And now I'm separating the integral. This would be cosine of minus x, right? And my dx minus 1 by 2 integral of cosine of 3x, and this would be our dx. This seems in our, yes, it looks similar. So or we can write it as I is 1 over 2, and you have to note an interesting point, that is cosine of minus x is just as cos x, right? So this would be our integration, this would be our cosine x dx minus 1 over 2 integral cosine of 3x dx, or I is we get 1 over 2 sine x, right? Cosine of x dx is just sine x, minus 1 by 2 into, so the integration of cosine is sine x, sine 3x, and whatever would be in the coefficient of x, it would be comes in the divide sign, and this would be plus c. So, or I can written as 1 by 2 sine x minus 1 by 6 sine 3x plus c. So now what we are going to do, if you want to make it more simpler, you can take 1 over 6 as common, and you can write 3 sine x minus sine 3x plus c. So this would be our final integral, right? So we got the formula. So you don't have to remember this, just you have to follow the steps. Yes. So integration of sine x into cosine, into sine of 2x. So we have this, and we got it is 1 over 6, right? And this is 3 sine of x minus sine of 3x with some constant c. Right? So this video ends here, and if you had any problem related to your course, or if you want me to do your problems in the next video, you can actually comment down in the community tab, or you can just comment down in a video in a comment box, so I can pick your problems and will be going to solve it in the next video. So up to there, bye bye.